Hello everyone. In this C-sharp video, we're going to be going over conditional statements using if, else if, and else. In this episode, we'll explore how to make decisions in your C-sharp programs using conditional statements. You'll learn how to use if, and else to control the flow of your code based on conditions. By the end of this video, you will be able to write programs that respond differently based on user input or data values. So as a brief overview, conditional statements allow your program to make decisions, and they also allow you to execute different code blocks based on given conditions. Primary conditional statements in C# are first the if statement, executes a block of code if the condition is true. The else if statement specifies a new condition to test if the previous if was false. And then the else statement executes a block of code if all preceding conditions are false. In other words, you can think of else as a default statement. So as you can see in the syntax example here, first we're using if, and then we're using else if, and then we're doing that as many times as needed until we finally run into our else or default condition. So let's take a look at the code after looking at that syntax. As we can see, we are defining an int age, and then next we are using conditional statements. So the first if statement checks to see if the age is less than 13. If that's true, it prints that you are a child. The first if else statement checks if the age is between 13 and 19. It uses the logical AND operator to combine conditions. And also note that the greater than or equals is the caret pointing towards age, as you learn in math, with an equal sign. So that denotes less than or greater than or equal to. If the first else if statement is true, it prints that you are a teenager. The second else if statement checks to see if the age is between 20 and 64. If that's true, it prints that you are an adult. And then finally, the else statement executes when none of the previous conditions are met. In other words, if you get to this point, you must be 65 or older. So it prints that you are a senior. So let's run this program and using a couple of examples. So let's start with 6. Again, make sure you save with the white dot if you make continuous edits. So let's do .NET run, and it'll take a second. So we would expect it to print out that you are a child, and there you go. Let's change this to be 16. Save, and then .NET run again. We would expect it to print out that you are a teenager, and it does that. Now let's do 26. Save, and then .NET run. We would expect it to print out that you are an adult, and it does. And finally, let's change it to be 76. So save, .NET run. As we see, prints out that you are a senior. So some key takeaways. Conditional statements control the flow of your program based on conditions. You can use if, else if, and else to handle multiple scenarios. You can combine conditions using logical operators like the double ampersand, which means and the double bar, which means or. And then you should properly format conditional statements using the braces, curly braces, for clarity. I hope this video was informative. Please let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, thank you for watching and have a great day.